A plan was presented because we feel that at this particular time, the tourism in St. Martin is really in a bad situation, and we need to find a real strong promotional mechanism to put in place. It means to say Europe, the United States, and South America. To be able to do that, the total cost is about, I think, about 5 million euros and a half to be able to do the balance of this destination. So you need partnership because the commune can't do it alone.
Ensemble, je crois que le maire de Saint-Martin est avec nous, a compris que le délai de transfert était nécessaire afin que la commune de Saint-Martin ne souffre pas de difficultés ni financières, ni de logistique, ni de pédagogie, je dirais, pour qu'en fait que les transferts se fassent dans les meilleures conditions, dans l'intérêt bien sûr de la Guadeloupe mais aussi de Saint-Martin.
Le mayor, your appreciations today because now we realize that the airstrip has been completed.
Basically, first of all, we need to recognize and say thank you to the department because it's a wonderful job. They resurfaced the runway and they have under construction the terminal building. This shows you very clearly that the intent was good and we are much satisfied. I think that it gives us a tools in our hand to be able to develop a regional business. We don't want to go towards any international business. We want to be able to sit down with Juliana and work out a deal that all the regional airlines come here, and especially those private jet, because those are the people that we're looking for. We're looking to have quality and not quantity. So I think that we need to really today say thank you to the department and to the state because they have a lot of FIDEA money involved in this project. So I think in a whole, we are very much satisfied, and we're hoping that pretty soon the building itself, which is the terminal, will be completed, that a whole ensemble be turned over to the commune, and then what we intention is to send 2 young people now to study it so that when they turn over, we have a proper management. Because the most important thing is to make sure that our people is in control.
The President Jacques Gillot is also satisfied with you, Le Maire, because he said he's happy to work with you. And one of the things they're about to do is hand over the competence of the port.
Basically, the port, they didn't have no other alternative to turn over the port because the port was financed by the commune in FIDEA. And therefore, there was a tool that we put a lot of interest in, much more than we did in the airport, misfortunately, but that's a fact of life you need to deal with. We had a lot of contraventions concerning the development of the airport the previous years gone by, but that's the past, so we need to look at what the future is all about. And when you look at the future now, I think that we have a tool in which we could develop the economical situation for the island, for its people.
What to the people of St. Martin watching you?
I think that basically to the people of St. Martin, I would like to say all of us, say thank you to the department and work together on with this tool, because this tool will permit us to develop harmoniously our economy outside the tourist field. I think that what we don't need to do is to get in a fight between St. Martin people on taking part individual and trying to split the airport up into little fragments, because you need the entire surface of the airport to be able to function, to be able to make it something really good for the future.
Tell us what some of the highlights of the meeting today.
Basically, we met on the 6th of April and on the Dutch side, and it was indicated very clearly that we needed to approach the problem of environment. So that means we have to deal with the garbage problem on the island. So today it was strictly surrounding the garbage problem that we have on the island. And how do we feel that we should go towards it? Basically what has come out of this meeting today is that the technicians has to go and find several companies to make a study on what type of incinerator will be the best for St. Martin. I think that we have to understand that if we don't really take at heart and in hand the environment of St. Martin in a whole, because it's such a small island, we will be in a very critical situation in the future, because people will not come here touristically if the place is not clean. And if we continue to leave people build and fill a lagoon and do the things in which they are doing now, we would be in trouble. So I think that we are in the right direction. You need, Max has been for the last year collecting bottles and the cans and the plastic, and we need now to accentuate that a larger. It is very important that we understand that what we're doing now has to be very much put in place a system. People for years have been going and continue not understanding clearly what is environment is all about. And therefore, between the Dutch and the French side, you know, this island is not like a piece of elastic that you could continue to do things illicit the way we have been doing them. So I think that we now in the direction, give Max and Mr. Brown a very clear indication that they need to go out and do the studies that are necessary and find out what company or which one of the companies to make an in-depth study of what is best for the island as far as incinerating and cleaning up is concerned.
Based on what Commissioner Marlin said, the Dutch side is looking forward to you helping them on the Dutch side, like you taking the lead on the French side. Are you prepared to go ahead and probably help them in doing what you are presently doing?
Well, basically, you have to understand that this is one island. We started the pre-selection situation since last year, and we need to, you know, give them our experience that we have on it, and whatever help we can do, we have to do it. I mean, it's not whether we like it or not. I think that that's something has to be done. I think that we have to understand that if one side has a problem, it affects the next one. So we have to try to clean up the whole island so that we have a better place for all of us to live in. I think that when everybody have the rights to celebrate the Easter holidays, but I think that we need to have a certain sense of responsibility for in the environment and for our own country. Most people that went clean the beach when they left, but there are some that went on the beach and left it exactly the way they finished at the end of the day. I think that that's sense of irresponsibility in those type of people. But you can't blame everybody. It's not everybody that went on the beach left it dirty. So we need to really call on our people the sense of good guidance and say, listen, if you're going to go and use the beach, you should have the sense of responsibility to clean up after you leave. Take the garbage bags with you, and wherever there's a bin, put it in a bin so that the garbage truck will pick it up the next day. We need to understand that this island belongs to the people that live here. If we continue to do the things in which we are doing, the lesson in which we are giving our children is to continue pollute, to continue to do everything that is not in the best image of St. Martin.
Mr. Mayor, coming up next week is the first municipal council for the new year, 2002. As we look at the agenda, we see that you have the first deliberation concerning the gasoline tax. Could you give us a little explanation on the first?
Yes, the deliberation that was taken on the 27th of September of last year was enlarged outside of the perimeter of the law. They included environment, which they should not have included. So therefore, we have to take a new deliberation only strictly taking in consideration the law. The law says that the gasoline tax is to be applied for the renovation and construction of new roads. So we have to keep it within that context, add nothing to it but that.
And I see you also have another 12 points on the agenda. Could you break them down for us one by one? Or
before we go into the other articles of discussion on the 28th, which is Monday coming, including in the gasoline tax, we had a part that we was reclaiming from ADF. Now, the law d'orientation voted a law saying carburant. And ADF is saying that they're using combustible. So we asked the Cholette, who is our deputy from this circonscription, to have an amendment made to the law to include the combustible, so that we'll be able to collect also from ADF, because ADF is a big piece of consumers of fuel in St. Martin. So we're trying to get that second part put in place.
Do you think...
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Mr. Ferrier, the committee, both Dutch and French. It's an honor for me to be here this afternoon. But I believe that this is an event that we should not forget. Our culture is something that we need to share. We have a multiple culture here in this island. And I think that Carnival fits in very well. And we need to cherish it. And we need to congratulate all the members, especially the leaders, for your effort, because we know definitely that it's not easy to carry on any kind of organization in St. Martin, because it's a difficult task. And I would like to give you the support of the government of St. Martin, and I hope that the population really follow and have a wonderful Carnival 2002.
These plaques will have a very special place on the walls in both administration buildings, because, as we already said, this day is a very special and unique day for not only the Carnival committees, but for St. Martin in general. I thank you.
Thank you very much.
I really do believe anything you want really, really can achieve if you put your mind.
Bay met with the mayor, among other dignitaries.
Of the 5th of May 2002 presidentially, Chirac won with a storming percentage of 82%. But what was really the most deceiving for us St. Martiners and see the amount of vote that Le Pen got in St. Martin, 756. But after reflection, I look at those votes and I feel that there was votes not for Le Pen. St. Martin people voted because of various reasons. They wanted to sanction the mayor, the municipality. They wanted to sanction the foreigners that are here. They wanted to sanction various things. So I feel that the vote for Le Pen here in St. Martin cannot be classified as the vote for Le Pen in metropolitan France. I look at it that way. And I believe that we need to realize now that electing a president with a high percentage of 82%, it means to say that we got to really continue the trend that we take in our control. It means to say that we have to elect a government in place that is the right government to permit a president plans to be put in action. If you elect tomorrow on the 9th and the 16th of June a left government, you have not elected a president to do the job that you want him to do. So it's very clear in my mind, and I hope it's clear in the St. Martin people's mind, that you have to continue in the same trend to permit the president to really carry out the plans.